Hi, my name is AJ, and today I'll be discussing e-waste, planned obsolescence, and sustainability. Now, the article that I chose is Built-in Software Death Dates Sending School Chromebooks to the Recycling Bin by Alyssa Mealing. Alyssa Mealing is a reporter for the Bay Area News Group, and this article was written in July 24th, 2023. Now, for some context, during the beginning of the quarantine, we saw record levels of Chromebooks being purchased by school districts across the United States. As you can see in this graph, we saw a huge increase by almost 300% for Chromebook purchases. And one thing about the Chromebooks is that baked into each Chromebook is a software death date. A software death date is where Google says after 3 to 6 years after the manufacturing of the Chromebook, they will stop supporting it with software updates, which will essentially render the Chromebooks useless because you need these software updates to maintain security features, and without these updates, they can't access the web. And pictured here is a um, Chromebook repair workshop from Oakland Unified School District. And as you can see, a lot of them are fixing the hardware of the Chromebooks. However, many express their frustration as even if they fix the Chromebook's hardware, the software death dates will eventually render these Chromebooks useless. For the Torrance Unified School District, for example, they'll have to throw away over 20,000 Chromebooks just because of this software feature. And another school district, Capistrano Unified, says they have to budget $4.2 million to buy new Chromebooks and repair these Chromebooks um, just because of this death date as well. Now, CalPERG actually went ahead and estimated how much money this death date is costing society. They said that just by doubling the death date of the devices, it could save California $225 million, and it will also save $1.8 billion nationally. Now, the hardware also has issues. Simply repairing the keyboard, for example, costs $90 for the parts. Meanwhile, buying a new Chromebook costs around $200. So a lot of schools just opt to buy a whole new Chromebook. Now, in 2023, Google received a lot of backlash for this software death date, and they've gone ahead and announced that they'll be extending the Chromebook's update support to 10 years for devices released from 2019 and later. Now, for my second article, I chose We Need the Right to Repair Our Gadgets. People can fight back against planned obsolescence by fixing the tech we already own, but the consumer electronics industry isn't making it easy, by Geoffrey Fowler. Geoffrey Fowler is a journalist for Wall Street Journal, and this article was written in September 8th, 2015. Now, Geoffrey talks about how he bought this Samsung TV, and one day the capacitor fried and he was no longer able to use his TV. So he went ahead and called Samsung Repair, and Samsung quoted him around $90 for the estimate and also another $125 for the parts and the labor. So this totals to around $215. And replacing the TV would cost around $380. So again, we see a similar scenario to the Chromebooks. Now, Gofri actually went ahead and bought a DIY repair kit instead for $20 and fixed it himself very easily. Now, after this experience, Gofri advocated for the right to repair, as he could see many of his friends also suffer the same thing, not being able to repair things very easily, even though they actually are pretty easy. Now, in 2023, California actually became the third U.S. state, following New York and Minnesota, to sign into law the Right to Repair Act. So, signed into law by Gavin Newsom, this law will take effect on July 1st, 2024, and this requires manufacturers to make it easy to for consumers to get documentation, parts, and tools to repair their own purchased items. Now, from this whole Chromebook and TV right to repair scenario, I instantly think of the Three Mile Island incident. And it also makes me think about the ethics of rights ethics and duty ethics, as the right to repair is kind of a right, as they would argue in rights ethics. So it would follow that since the right to repair is a human right, then it should be the duty of the manufacturers to help the consumers have the right to repair. I think about the Three Mile Island incident because the Island incident not only damaged the environment but also damaged the the public nearby. And in a similar fashion, the the death date baked into the Chromebooks also is not very environmentally friendly as it makes people throw away Chromebooks. And it's also very costly to the school districts, which are already cash strapped. Now, here are some discussion questions. The one I like the most is how should corporations ensure their products can be repaired inexpensively by consumers? This is very much a realistic question, a pragmatist question as to what's the solution to this problem. We already signed into the Right to Repair Act, but how should we enforce this so that we can maintain cheap repairs for everybody? Thank you.